Two titans are in a bare-knuckle brawl for India's $1.5 trillion retail price. On one side, a global giant that has conquered the world. On the other, a local behemoth armed with an army of over 19,000 stores and a plan to team up with millions of neighborhood shops. But what if this isn't one war, but two completely different ones? The company that figures this out will win the future of how India shops. So how is JioMart secretly winning the most important battle without ever fighting Amazon head-on? This isn't just a business rivalry. It's an all-out war for India's retail market. In one corner, you have Amazon, the global champ of e-commerce, a company that has poured over a decade and billions of dollars into building an Indian empire with over 100 million customers and a logistics network that reaches almost every pin code. For years, its only real rival was the Walmart-owned Flipkart. Together, they wrote the rules for Indian e-commerce. And then Reliance showed up. Mukesh Ambani, a man famous for blowing up entire industries, set his sights on retail. He didn't just launch another website, he unleashed an entire ecosystem. With JioMart, he declared a new kind of war, using the combined might of India's largest offline retailer, Reliance Retail, and its biggest telecom network, Jio. This isn't a simple story of one online store against another. It's a clash of empires built on two totally different blueprints. Amazon built a centralized kingdom of massive warehouses, a horizontal everything store made for scale and efficiency. But Reliance, however, is waging a decentralized, hyper-local guerrilla war, empowering the very heart of Indian retail, the humble corner kirana store. And that's the core of this fight. While it looks like they're chasing the same customer, they're playing completely different games. Amazon already won the first war, the battle for general e-commerce, owning categories like electronics and fashion for the urban premium shopper. But JioMart is quietly conquering the next and maybe more important battleground, the high-frequency, loyalty-building world of online groceries. Understanding these two game plans is the key to figuring out who will win the ultimate prize. To get a sense of Amazon's power, you have to appreciate its sheer scale. With a gross merchandise value or GMV of around $18 to $20 billion in India, it is an absolute titan. Its strategy is a masterclass in customer lock-in. The Amazon Prime ecosystem, with its promise of fast shipping, video streaming, and other perks, makes it incredibly hard for customers to leave. Their massive fulfillment centers, dotted strategically across the country, let them offer a selection of products that's hard to beat. From the latest iPhone to a rare book, Amazon has it. This model is perfect for what we call planned purchases. You need a new phone, you do your research, you compare prices, and you buy it on Amazon, knowing it'll show up in a few days. This is Amazon's kingdom. They own the big-ticket, low-frequency purchases. But this fortress has weak spots, especially in India. The centralized warehouse model is expensive and slow for delivering daily essentials. Amazon Fresh, its grocery service, still relies on a scheduled delivery model that feels a bit behind in an age of instant everything. And their identity as a foreign company gives them a strategic handicap, which we'll get to later. Despite announcing a fresh investment of over $230 million in 2025 to speed up deliveries and expand their network, it is fundamentally playing a different sport than its biggest rival. If Amazon built a fortress, Reliance has raised a grassroots army. Reliance's strategy isn't to copy Amazon's e-commerce machine, it's to digitize the one India already has. Its secret weapon is a simple but devastatingly effective online-to-offline model, or O2O. Instead of building dozens of mega warehouses, JioMart uses its existing network of over 19,000 Reliance Retail stores, including nearly 3,000 grocery outlets, as mini fulfillment hubs. When you order on JioMart, it's often picked and packed at the nearest Reliance Smart or Fresh store. But the real genius move is integrating with the millions of local kirana stores that are the lifeblood of Indian commerce. JioMart's business-to-business arm supplies these shops with inventory, and its app turns them into last-mile delivery points. This phygital approach, a mix of physical and digital, gives JioMart an almost unfair advantage. It slashes delivery times and costs. It gives them unmatched reach into neighborhoods where building a giant warehouse is simply not feasible. And most importantly, it taps into the deep-rooted trust that Indians have with their local shopkeeper. This strategy isn't just about selling groceries. It's about weaving a hyper-local commercial web that Amazon, with its foreign-owned centralized model, just can't replicate. While Amazon was busy with the top 100 million customers, Reliance is going after the next 500 million. Just when the battle lines were drawn, a whole new front opened up. Quick commerce. The promise of 10 to 20-minute delivery for groceries and essentials didn't just shake up the market, it completely flipped the table. This isn't a niche anymore, it's the new normal. Quick commerce has exploded into a multi-billion-dollar gold rush, already making up about half of all online grocery sales. And in this high-speed arena, both Amazon and JioMart are playing catch-up. The field is dominated by a new breed of aggressive startups. Blinkit, now owned by Zomato, has shot out to a clear lead, commanding a dominant 45% market share. Right behind are Zepto, a startup that posted a jaw-dropping 14x revenue growth in FY23, and Swiggy Instamart. Together, these three now control a staggering 95% of the quick commerce market. Their success is built on a simple cash-heavy model, a dense network of dark stores, small warehouses built only for online orders. This gold rush has forced everyone to react. Reliance is now aggressively rolling out hundreds of its own dark stores to support its retail network, aiming for sub-30-minute deliveries. Even Amazon, after years of focusing on scheduled deliveries, has launched services in select cities to compete. The quick commerce war has turned up the heat, with discounts hitting 20 to 25%, and it's becoming the main event for winning customer loyalty in the all-important grocery segment. Before we get to the final invisible factor that could decide this entire war, if you're getting value out of this breakdown, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. We work hard to release business case studies like this every single week, and every subscriber helps us keep going. Now we get to the one factor that many people outside India just don't get: the power of government policy. India's FDI, or foreign direct investment rules, are famously complicated, and they create an invisible wall that protects local companies. In simple terms, current policy stops foreign companies like Amazon from running an inventory-led e-commerce business. This means Amazon can't actually own the product sold on its platform. It has to act as a pure marketplace, a middleman connecting independent sellers to buyers. This adds layers of complexity, hurts profit margins, and limits their control over the entire experience. Reliance, as an Indian company, has no such restrictions. JioMart can own its inventory, control its supply chain from start to finish, and seamlessly merge its offline and online worlds. This isn't just a minor perk, it's a game-changing structural advantage. While there's always talk about these FDI rules being relaxed, for now they give Reliance a powerful home field advantage. It lets them run their O2O strategy in a way that is legally impossible for Amazon. So, after laying out all the battle plans, who's actually winning? Well, it's not that simple. In a way, they're both winning the wars they chose to fight. Amazon is the undisputed king of the e-commerce world as we know it. With its massive $18 to $20 billion GMV and a 30 to 35% market share, it still rules general retail. It has won the trust of India's urban shoppers for big, planned purchases. If you're just looking at overall online sales today, Amazon is the clear leader. But JioMart is winning the war for the future. JioMart, along with quick commerce players, now leads the online grocery sector, a market set to hit $24 billion by 2025. They are winning the high-frequency, daily needs customer, and they're winning the strategic long game by building an integrated ecosystem of telecom, retail, and digital content, a powerful loop designed to keep customers logged in. The real clash hasn't even happened yet. It will happen when JioMart, after cementing its lead in groceries, makes an aggressive push into Amazon's home turf of electronics and fashion. And it will happen when Amazon, having invested billions, desperately tries to crack the hyper-local code it has been fumbling for years. So we're back to the big question: who wins India's retail war? Picking a single winner today would be a mistake. Amazon built a magnificent digital empire, but it's an empire on foreign soil, operating with its hands tied by local laws. Reliance is building a native ecosystem, weaving itself directly into the fabric of India's economy, from the biggest cities to the smallest towns. While Amazon is still the leader in total online sales, JioMart's strategy has positioned it perfectly to capture the explosive growth in India's most critical retail segment, groceries. The long-term winner won't be the company with the flashiest app or the biggest discounts. It'll be the one that can master India's uniquely complex landscape, the one that can balance the cold efficiency of technology with the deep-rooted power of local trust. But that leaves one final question on the table. While Amazon built an empire, Reliance is building an entire ecosystem. In the long run, what do you think is more powerful in a country like India? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.